Hey, what's up, guys? I'm making this video specifically to the individual who purchased my iPad mini a few weeks ago, or a week ago, I should say. Once again, thank you for your business, and yes, you're welcome for the quick shipping. I shipped it out, when I said I would, and it arrived actually pretty quickly. For the rest of you who are followers or subscribers of mine, long story short, it was an iPad mini with Retina display with cellular network capabilities through Sprint. And the picture that you saw in the beginning of the video is how I did it. I did not attach it to my Sprint account that I use with my my cell phone. I used it like a pay-as-you-go. I would purchase 3 gigs or 6 gigs of data. I think at the time I had the option of 1 gig. For a certain price point, once that data is used up, you have to pay for more or don't. I mainly used it on Wi-Fi, and that's part of why I was going to sell it anyways, because I wasn't using it to its full potential. The gentleman or woman, I honestly don't know. By the name, I'm going to guess it's a guy. The gentleman who purchased it for me set it up like their own iPad. Excellent, good to go. But the cell network was not able to be used because, according to what his Sprint store told him, which again I do apologize that you went out there because of this. I hate inconveniencing people. Basically, it said that the iPad was associated with another account that had a balance on it, which it shouldn't have a balance. But anyway, and it could not be fixed. It has to be paid off. Well, I spent, I'll show you. I exaggerated on the phone call with Apple to, kind of expedite things, but I spent, come on, go down brightness. Hold on, let me do this automatically. There. So hopefully you can kind of see that. It's not really focused. There you go. I spent 20 minutes on the phone with them on that number, and then I spent 13 minutes with prepaid, and then I spent another 30 minutes with another Sprint phone number that I used my house phone because, let me brighten myself back up here. I used my house phone because my phone was dying. So I let it charge a little bit, and then I called Apple. And the Apple conversation you're about to hear, it's about 10 minutes or so. It's not that long if you want to watch it. But long story short, this is just a video proof that's showing that even Apple said all you have to do is remove the SIM card, turn the device off, remove the SIM card, turn the device on, reformat it like factory reset. You're going to have to turn off Find My iPad again, and go from there. I did, as you'll see in the conversation, I did ask a couple times, hey, this is definitely what he has to do, and she said yes. So the following is the phone number. I'm going to do my best to bleep out my personal phone number and my email, not that you guys can't get in touch with me through this anyway. And yeah, this is the problem I'm having. If any of you have ever had this issue, this is how you fix it. If not, if you've had this issue and you can't figure it out, this is the basic thing. And that's what I thought, to be honest with you, person who bought the iPad. If I knew it was going to be this big of an issue, I would have just replaced the SIM card. So anyway, here's the Apple phone call, and guys, have a good night. Hi, my first name is Ryan. My last name is Smith. How are you this evening?
Hi, I'm fine. Before we get started today, I just need to get a few pieces of information from you. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Alright. Can I get your email, please?
My email is actually kind of long. It's Ryan Smith, Smith. That is correct. Yep, it's 508. I am. Okay, I bought the iPad mini, I think it was almost 2 years ago, this coming September. I honestly forget. Anyway, so I had it for, we'll just call it 2 years, and I liked it, but somebody offered me a MacBook Pro, so I sold it to pay for the MacBook Pro, which is awesome, by the way. I sold it with the SIM card that was in it, because it's an iPad mini 2 with Retina display that has cell data capabilities. I never connected it to my primary Sprint phone number. I only ever used it in the sense that if you go into the menu and you click sell data, it gives you, the ability to purchase, 1 gig, 300 megabits, or whatever it is for a preset amount. And then once the data is depleted, you don't have it anymore. You have to, buy it again. I wiped the iPad. I cleaned it in the sense that, I wiped it to original factory settings. So when I sold it to the person I sold it to, it was basically at the main page where, it says hello in different languages, and then you would set up the iPad like normal. And that's what I was told to do. That way, they can set it up on their own. But he told me that he set up the iPad on his own just fine. But when he went to activate the cellular network and put his own credit card in and, start fresh, it said that it was unable to do so because it's attached to another account. And I've been on the phone for the past couple hours with Sprint customer service, which is who the cell network is through. I've also been in touch with their Sprint prepaid account, and they have no idea how to do anything on it. So you guys are kind of my last resort. Yes. The SIM card that it arrived with is the one that is still in there. Now, I've been told by I work at Best Buy. I've been doing so for 8 years. I'm assuming that they might be correct when people who I asked told me that I should just get him a new SIM card, and that way it is a new account. I was just worried that it would still be attached to the iPad serial number. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay, so if he, yeah, yep. So basically, he needs to remove that SIM card, which is very easy, and he needs to put the new SIM card in there. And when he goes into he basically reboot the iPad, and then it should be like it was mine when it was brand new. No former account would be attached to it. Um, yes, I did. In order to format it to factory settings, you need to turn off Find My iPad first. Okay, so I shouldn't be worried about it being attached to my name or the serial number. Okay. Okay. Because he just sent. I'm actually multitasking here. I got three different screens going. He just sent me an email saying that he went to a Sprint store, which I can't believe the Sprint store couldn't tell him the same thing you just told me. That's what I assumed. The Sprint store is saying that the MEID is associated with an account that has a balance and is unable to be activated until the balance and/or account is cleared. That's through the SIM card.
Balancing? Did you already have a balance on, that's like something that you own or anything with the iPad itself?
No, then that's what was kind of that's why I'm kind of concerned at that email I just got from it because as I said before, I never put the iPad on my cell account. I only put it on
Yeah.
the whole, pay for 20 gigs and that or not 20 gigs, pay 20 bucks or whatever it was for a gig of data.
Yeah.
So the fact that it says there's a balance due, I mean, there's no monthly or yearly fee to have the iPad. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
what balance that is. But either way,
Yeah.
it's still attached to the SIM card. It has nothing to do with the iPad
Yeah.
itself. So if he
The iPad is perfect.
so if he just simply replaces that SIM card, which I can get for him, because where I work I can
Yeah.
get SIM cards, and mail it to him,
Yeah.
he can take that
Yeah.
SIM card out, replace it, and should be fine.
And then he would set up as a brand new device with the brand new SIM card inside of it. So I told him to go ahead, and if he has a whole lot of stuff on iPad, I told him to back it up through iTunes or iCloud or something like that.
Yeah.
And then go through and restore the factory settings, turn off the iPhones and all that other stuff, and then put the new serial card in there, and then set it up like a brand new device. You'll have the new serial card, which will be clean with nothing on it, and then you should be able to do whatever you want with that.
Okay. And theoretically, if I ever bought another iPad with cell data, if I put that old SIM card in there, it would do the same thing. It would
All of
say
your
there's a.
information, correct,
Okay. So all I have to do is get a new SIM card. Okay.
correct.
Where are you located, by the way? I have to ask.
I'm in Virginia.
Oh, good, because the first guy I talked to was from the Philippines. The second guy I talked to was from India. So it's nice being being able to understand everything everything you've said.
Yeah, all we have to do is get a SIM card. I don't know why they had you on the phone for hours for something that was just that simple. So
I mean, it's I can't blame Sprint because I never had it on my account. It was kind of like a pay-as-you-go thing. But then when I called Sprint prepaid, they were like, "We have no way of looking anything up." And I'm like, "Well, I have the friggin' numbers for everything. You can't look it up." And he's like, "No." So
yeah, it's pretty easy. It's something that when people call about issues, some people may think the issue like deeper than what it is, and it really doesn't have to. It's just a simple, quick fix. But they feel like the person like called and has to be just so much deeper. No, what he was just you can provide on the new SIM card, so make sure he backs up the device and go ahead and set it up as brand new. That's the only thing.
okay,
So just make it deal.
okay. And the number that I called now, the 275-227, to get in touch with you, you guys are legit like Apple support. You're just
Yeah. yeah.
Well, I just clicked record on my webcam so I can send this guy a video saying that I talked to someone from Apple. So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. Your name again was?
Tasha.
Tasha, thank you very much for actually being able to answer my question after 3 hours and 10 minutes on the phone.
You're welcome. You have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Oh, one question real quick.
Yeah.
I work at Best Buy, and I've been doing it for 8 years, but I don't work in the cell phone department. It's any Sprint SIM card, correct? Or should I ask for a specific one?
It's any Sprint SIM card.
Any Sprint SIM card. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You have a great night.
You as well. Bye-bye. Okay. Sorry to make you sit through all this, buddy. Monk915, that's how I'm pronouncing your name. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. As you heard, Sprint wasn't able to do anything. Sprint Pay by Pay wasn't able to do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase a SIM card, and I'm going to mail it to you. And it should be there in a couple days. Obviously, tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm going to mail it out Tuesday. Put it in a post office box. And like the lady said, you take out the old SIM card. You can use a little paper clip, I think, unless you have. No, actually, in the box that I sent you, there should be the SIM card remover. If not, you can have a store do it for you. Reboot the device. Back it up first, but reboot the device. But honestly, you just got it, so I would just start clean and not worry about backing anything up. And then you should be able to go online and do everything. If not, please let me know. But I'm fairly certain this should accomplish everything. Again, I do apologize for the delay. I had no idea this was going to be this big of an issue. If I knew that the SIM card had to be removed, I would have done so originally and just given you a brand new SIM card. So I do apologize for that. And as you heard me say, there's no reason why there should be a balance. Anyway, also this YouTube channel you're watching this video on, if you look at iPad 2 unboxing, you can actually see me unbox the actual iPad you own. Sorry, but thank you for doing business with me, and hopefully this will resolve the issue. The letter that I'm going to send to you with the little SIM card in it will have a tracking number on it. All right? Have a good night. Thank you.